Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw is Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be fourth down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now Trubisky on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 104 yards, and a score as well.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. And Cooks has it over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. The numbers for Cooks in that game last week: 5 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Giants. 72 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Tevin Coleman with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. On the carry, here's Clement. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Mariota, and that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll field this at the 5. Shifts by him. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Trubisky. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. He finds Ross. Right side, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Brandon Cooks, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Mariota. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they've got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Giants add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
18.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there. hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mariota now on second down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now a second down throw for Mariota. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Going left side, it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This is caught. It's Cooks. Brandon Cooks. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brandon Cooks on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants have got it on cruise control.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, it's a big decision.
A run, it's Clement. And he powers his way up past the 30. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing is Mariota. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 15. Now a hit and a loose football. Thirteen seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Tight end right, tight end right. 180. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Now Trubisky on first down. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Brandon Cooks. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants just continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, check.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side. Got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down, Mariota. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow will be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Hurry up, here we go.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Green, 39.
Here's Coleman on the toss. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
He'll get it up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. In for the score. And the Giants have got it on cruise control.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. This will be fielded at the 8th. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This is Coleman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Leopard.
They'll run it with Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the 1st down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a carry from Mack. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Hey, 18.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A big play there with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just put that in better.
Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. A gain of 8 and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The first down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Mariota, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Deep ball for Goodwin. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Back to throw here. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Mariota now to throw on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Room here to run. It's a gain of 5 on the play. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. the play fake. Mariota. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. One last shot now for Mariota. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to air one out. And this is caught at the 20. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on.
Mask. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty's not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Now back to throw. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does